Welcome to our sustainability series, part of the New Steps Safe Future project. Water and Arts.
Only from a clean source, bella bata cantata profana. Water, one of the most important elements on the earth, is the basic condition of our existence. 60 to 70% of the human body is water. The arts therefore have a phenomenal effect on the human body and soul through the vibrations they produce. The periodic rhythms of music, the physical and mental experience of vibrations, the reception of the visual arts, painting, the associative arts, the performing arts, sculpture, and the applied arts such as architecture and applied arts are the determinants of our everyday lives. The natural sciences, as interdisciplinary sciences in mathematics, physics, chemistry, in the study of which mankind has already come so far, all our knowledge and discoveries, all our understanding, all our derived and derived treasures are the result of human beauty, humanism. They are conceived on the soil of the arts. Music. Water as an element has moved and engaged many poets, composers and artists. Thus in Rachmaninoff's song Spring Floods, where the power of nature's revival is vividly portrayed by a string of piano and voice. Johann Strauss's equally life-affirming Blue Danube Waltz in And der schönen blauen Donau. It is in the spirit of reconciliation that Handel's wonderful study of style, water music, was conceived, written by the disgraced composer begging forgiveness from the English monarch George I, performed on the Thames during the royal cruise. The most moving wail from the depths of the male soul in Bartók's 20th century rendition of the opera Bluebeard's Castle is the Lake of Tears behind door 6. The banishment of Manon to a remote island in Puccini's opera Manon Lescaut is a symbol of punishment. In Urkel's opera Bankban, the grinding scene of the opera seria in the 19th century, where it is the water that eats away the soul and the troubled conscience of the innocent sinner, is recalled. Literature. The same is true of Somerset Maugham's 20th century short story In a Remote Colony, in which the suicidal lost missionary, who, giving in to his instincts, loses control of himself and goes to the sea to work out his human weakness, shame and remorse through the liberating power of water. Enda Adi's poem Alone with the Sea is also synonymous with loneliness. Costoloni's short story Bathing is a cavalcade of senseless passing and self-recrimination. After the passing away, water also appears as the water of life, as a death-defying, resurrecting, recreating force in Sandor Patofi's poem Janos Vites, the soldier Janos. In Attila Joseph's poem At the Danube, the illusion of eternity touches souls. The Old Fisherman and the Sea also depicts the heroic human struggle against the element. In Jenno Rejto's Dirty Fred novels, the 20th century maritime adventure stories also sparkle with humor. Painting. In painting, the representation of water is given a prominent role. Sandro Botticelli's famous Venus of the Renaissance is born from the sea and emerges from a shell. See Monet's water lilies in his paintings, uses the tools of Impressionism to reflect and confront the diversity and natural beauty of water as a genre painting, and his water lilies became a painterly symbol. Among Hungarian painters, József Egri as a painter of Lake Balaton, István Sóny as a lover of the Danube Bend, is attracted to water. Cornel Zumbo's landscapes also show Lake Balaton, Lake Tatoi and the lakes around Oroshleni in his watercolors. Architecture. Water also finds a place in architecture. Standing in front of the National Theatre building in Budapest, designed by Mrs. Maria Siklos, the design of the pointed ground floor terrace gives the impression of standing on a boat of culture floating on the Danube. The House of Hungarian Music was designed by Japanese architect Sue Fujimoto, who won the Architectural Design of the Year award at the Architecture Master Prize, the most prestigious architectural competition overseas. The monumentality of the musical fountain on Margaret Island is also impressive. Sculpture. Water is also a theme in sculptural works by artists commissioned for urban fountains. Medjessi's sculpture of the girl with a jug in front of the Széchenyi baths in Budapest. Medjessi's sculptures next to the fountains are emblematic of the university town of Debrecen. His sculptures of bathing girls are iconic in front of bath entrances. Arts and crafts. Water also appears in arts and crafts, as in the bull-headed gargoyles of the Zsolnyi fountain in the city of Pécs, inspired by the barbaric bull-headed drinking fountain of the gold treasurer of Noga Szent Miklós, but also the devil-shaped gargoyles of the Romanesque church of Jackie and the unique gargoyles of the Gothic Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris are special. Folk arts. Water also appears in Hungarian folk art and folk music. The archaic old-style folk songs from the 1st century and the new-style melodies, only a few hundred years old, carry the lived history in their sound set, pentatone. The waters of Lake Balaton are wide. There's a mill on the Danube. My star, my pilot, take me on the Danube. The mill has no stone treasure, trove of melodies inspired their collectors, composers such as Bela Bartok, Zoltán Kodály, and Adnan Saygun among the Turks. Folk customs. The journey of water can also be traced in folk customs. For example, the Hungarian Easter sprinkling, which has survived to this day and is still practiced in the countryside, has its origins in the barbaric ritual of fertility. The Buso March of the Sokok and Bunyavak ethnic groups in Hungary is also a celebration of the winter, as is the carnival of the Italian city of Venice, the city of lagoons. Only from clean sources, Bartók refers to the incorporation of folk music elements in modern art music. His cantata profana, the message of the miraculous horn saga, is as relevant today as it was in the 1930s. Water as creator, as destroyer, as transcendent element, is with us, exists with us, in us, for us, part of us.